Hey folks, it's me, Duke CT. Now, I have been racking my brain of what to think about doing the wrestling rant video. I haven't done one in quite a while. And, I actually got inspiration from two things. One is a recent video from Gaijin Goomba, a very good YouTuber. Link in the description, his channel, what have you. His recent video, anger, stopping a gaming victory. He's basically going off on people who are, angry at, people who are against, against Xbox One, but buy stuff anyway and rant at it. He makes really good points, and, I wish I could find a way to, and I was like, this is really good. This is a really good point and a really good video. And I truly agree with him, by the way. If you buy like a bad video game, console, then review it later, you're part of the problem. And I agree with that 100%. But another thing that inspired me to do this video is this this little this thing right here at the Freaking Awesome Network forums. This little topic that came up says, so how many years does John Cena have left in him? And I'm like, oh well. Duke, how do these two things come together? Well, I'm going to tell you how. It's connected with how the WWE portrays their betrays how their betrays the way they the whole system, how they portray their talents and what have you. Because John Cena, and personally, I think John Cena will last 2 years, and I want to hear what your thoughts about this video response, what have you. But how long John Cena have? But to me, it shouldn't matter how long John Cena is, because how long John Cena's career lasts. I hope it lasts as long as I hope he continues to be healthy. But to me, the main problem with the WWE, and even this has happened when John Cena was out, when John Cena was injured, is that nothing seems to matter. It doesn't matter if Cena's injured or hurt. It just seems there's still that status quo, that nothing really matters because of this reason. Just like, okay, we're not even going to try because, hey, we're number one. Who gives a fuck? We're just going to go and just have the same type of garbage. We'll still have to make Carter's job out to guys who are not at that level, at main event level, but, after they lose against John Cena or whatever main event flavor it is, the week or what have you, we'll still have them beat up the mid cards and lower mid cards. So when they lose, like, for example, Wade Barrett losing the Intercontinental title again, and everything like that, it's just like, what's the point? Or Antonio Cesaro would have the longest and pointless USA Championship run in quite a long while. And they say, Dean Ambrose, the Shield's going to win, but has he really done anything with the belt? Has anything really mattered? It's like, the Shield has championships now. Is anyone else gunning for the Shield? Or it's just basically, again, they're in that main eventers category. Main eventers that are not good enough to win the title, but it's just there as a threat for the heroes, whatever the heroes are. And when they lose, they're going to keep beating up jobbers or what have you. They're going to keep beating up people who don't belong at. They'll keep beating up the lower mid-carders or what have you. So when they do lose the belts, just continually just keeps going. That nothing truly matters. Nothing changes. And that's been the booking strategy for WWE probably for probably the last couple of years. Heck, longer than that. I mean, when's the last time truly you really thought that the Intercontinental Championship or the U.S. Championship ever mattered? Like the tag team championships. Even though it had separate brands, you had the tag titles really didn't do anything. When they were separate, hell, you had Brian Kendrick and Paul London had the longest tag team title reign, but they didn't have any competition. They weren't on match. They didn't have any matches. They were just there. No one truly cared. Hell, when the in-crowd did it, they're like, yeah, they have no real teams. They have no one there. No one is actually watching or caring about them. When they had the Cologne, both Carlito and Primo win the Undisputed Tag Championships, went out like a fart in the wind. And then they had two main eventers win it, Edge and Jericho, and then you had Edge getting injured. He's out for a while. Then you had Edge, Y2J and Big Show win it, and instead of pumping out the rest of the division, you know what happened? They feuded with main eventers. They feuded with guys. Heck, the tag titles didn't really get in the fence. It was just, they were there. They were just window dressing. They didn't matter. Nothing matters in the WWE. Nothing there. It's just pointless. If John Cena goes away, it doesn't matter because their championships don't matter. The mid-card doesn't matter. Those belts that made the WWE, that got me that pulled me in. I mean, let's be honest. The tag teams and the mid-card cards got most people say, oh, they love the championship. They love the champions. But before there were champions, before The Rock was a champion, before Stone Cold was champion, they fought over the Intercontinental title. The Intercontinental title was made important. Same for the U.S. Championship back in WCW. The championship was made important. The tag team belts were made important in both companies. Everything else, they were fans. They weren't treated as lesser. They were treated as respectable. They were respected. The tag team championships were respected and have many teams going after them. Instead, what do we have now? Fusion teams. No one can. They have jobber teams now, or what have you. It doesn't. There's no tag teams. People say, "Oh, hell no." Hell no. Only. I mean, let's be honest. Hell no was only featured in main event. In main event matches and such. They rarely, if any, defended the tag team belts against true tag teams. I mean, you have Rhodes Scholars and Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. I'm like, really? Again. And before them, they had Kofi Kingston and R-Truth as tag champions. Again, the tag team titles don't mean anything. Nothing matters. And here's the Gaijin Goomba, don't be a video game that comes into this, is that the problem is, I know I'm guilty of this as well, and I think a lot of people who watch us are guilty as well, is that we still watch the shows. We still pay them their money. We still watch the pay-per-views. We still watch them and thinking that this is going to get better. Newsflash, it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better until we stop watching. Until we actually stop watching and stop giving the WWE or whatever, this horrible product no more time, effort, and our money, this shit ain't going to stop. Okay? It's not going to stop. It's not going to end. And it will not end until we, the people, whoever it is, a small IWC, whatever you want to call it, stop watching. Unless it's like it's your job or people want to do it. I mean, at that point, I think I give that guy to go. I mean, we know it's going to be bad. We know Raw. I mean, what have you? And I give this to Mark Muse, and I know. I think at this point, why review something you know is going to be terrible, or at least going to be something utterly forgettable, which Raw is forgettable for the most part. So, and I just wish maybe it's easy. I mean, to me, it is easier to rip on something that's continuously bad than go after and try to do something, review something good or something unknown. To me, it's harder to do stuff like that, and I wish reviewers actually say, you know what, instead of reviewing the WWE for the 10,000 to 100,000th time, why don't I do something new, something that is unknown, something that is no one who actually watched this stuff and everything else, which I'm trying to do too, and what have you, and to plug myself, I'm doing a review of a long forgotten kids TV show, which is really good, and hopefully it'll be done. Shallow Raiders, by the way. And I hope I can bring this up to YouTube and everything. If not, Blip channel, link in the description as well. And follow that too, because I only have 3 followers on that. So follow it because, I need the love. But anyway, to me, the best situation for review, I mean, sure, you're going to have bad stuff. Underground stuff can be bad, but it just seems like if you review the same thing, if you know Raw coming in or SmackDown or main event or anything else is going to be crap or it's not going to really matter, then why review it? Why talk about it? Why talk about a product that refuses to change? Why talk about a product that refuses to get better or anything? I mean, or doesn't insult you? And I feel like was talking in a vacuum. I know people will still review Raw, who still talk about the WWE, will still say, well, maybe it'll get better. I realize that it's not going to be. I know I only have 478 subscribers, which again, I'm thankful for. I know I won't reach that many people. But if you do watch my stuff, if you do have any type of if you do watch my stuff or do anything else, at least consider what I'm trying to say is that once you keep doing this and talking about it, it's not and everything else of you're giving them more money, you're giving them more time and effort that you need to do, when you don't need to anymore. And that's why I stopped watching. I stopped watching Raw and everything else. And people say, well, you're gonna miss all this type of stuff. You know what? I don't care. I don't care anymore. And someone like myself who is a fan, a big fan of WWE, who I'm hopeful that after my small little break, which hopefully by SummerSlam things get better, but I'm hopeful that things are going to get better, but you never know. If things don't get better, I might just say I'll watch it the way to the Royal Rumble, see if things are better. If not, at the Royal Rumble, if things don't get better by the Royal Rumble, I might not go to WrestleMania 30, which I'm looking forward to. I know a lot of guys on YouTube love going to WrestleMania and go to like the big shows. I know when I went to WrestleMania 27, I met it's the Class A, Q Slayer, LV54, great guys, cool guys. I wish I could hang out with them more. That's the one thing I regret about not going to WrestleMania 28 or 29 is that just hanging out with those guys. And hopefully they get what I'm saying too. It's just that it doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any better. Oh, and Gilbert, I think was he there too? I didn't see him at Atlanta, but if he was there, I hope I must have missed him. I don't remember seeing him. But you hopefully you understand what I'm saying. It just seems that the WWE does not seem to get any better. They have all these guys, they have all this talent, but they don't know how to manage it well. And now they're trying to hire more of this indie stuff. I'm like, you know what? That's nice, that's great, but until you get to me, that's just another problem with the local team, the Redskins here. Like they buying all this talent stuff, but they don't know how to manage the stuff. They don't know how to manage the talent they already have. And that's, to me, that's how it comes overbloated with so much talent. You're just going to have, they have a lot of old stars. They have a lot of middling stars. They have a lot of young talent. But they don't know how to manage it well. They have no idea how to manage it well. And that's why the WWE continues to fail. Has a less less people really mattering. That's why nothing in the WWE matters, because they don't know how to manage the talent well. And we, the fans, enable them because we keep watching. We keep supporting them. I think it's time for us to stop supporting them completely. And I hate to say that. I don't want to be that guy that says, fuck the WWE. They're never going to change and boycott it. I don't want to be that guy, but sometimes, you just... maybe those boycotters are right. Maybe it's like it's never going to change. And we're just fooling ourselves. Hope I'm wrong, though. Man, this video got depressing. Alright, anyway, Duke CT here. Peace and love. Video response, comment if I'm wrong. Please say I am. Yeah. Later.